Today in this video, as you already know, right after Alex Pereira's sensational victory over Israel Adesanya, Khamzat Chimaev challenged the newly baked champion, and Pereira immediately accepted this challenge. There is no doubt that Chimaev is one of the brightest UFC fighters. Yes, he is third in the welterweight division, and a lot of fans want to see him fight Pereira. But if the UFC is organising this fight, then many will not understand Dana White. Fans, like all middleweights in the promotion, will not accept the fact that Chimaev will get a belt fight by completely bypassing the title race. Now the UFC boss has a tough choice to make. He can set up a top fight and make the Brazilian tournament highly anticipated, or he can curb Chimaev's enthusiasm by giving him a fight with Colby Covington in March. It is important to consider that Khamzat and Alex Pereira are ready to arrange a showdown in the octagon, and now it's up to Dana White. So this episode will be very interesting. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So let's go. As you already know, immediately after Pereira's victory over Adesanya, Chimaev immediately became active on social networks and challenged Alex Pereira. This dude fought for the title with a 6-1 record. My record is 12-0. Give it to me and I'll smash it. Dana, let's do it in Brazil. Let's go, Boers wrote. Chimaev challenged Pereira for a reason, because Khamzat saw how a kickboxer without serious wrestling training controlled Pereira for almost a whole round on the ground. Therefore, he is sure that if Alex has such a low level of struggle, that he will finish the Brazilian giant in the very first minutes of the fight. Chimaev understands that none of the top middleweights will be able to fight Pereira in the near future. Sean Strickland and Jared Cannonier fight in December. Robert Whittaker and Paulo Costa fight in February. Marvin Vettori comes after the loss, and there are no other clear contenders for a middleweight title fight. Khamzat has only one middleweight victory, but his crazy UFC presence is the main trump card. Dana White is actively promoting the Swedish fighter, and the fight with Colby Covington is still in development. If Colby agrees to fight, we don't know yet. Therefore, the UFC president may well make an extremely controversial decision to give Chimaev a title fight by bypassing competitors. UFC 283 will take place on January 21st, 2023 in Brazil. So far, there is only one title fight on the card. Davison Figueiredo and Brendan Moreno will fight for the fourth time for the flyweight division belt. This battle is not large enough to lead the whole tournament. The last time the UFC held events in Brazil was on March 14th, 2020. The promotion really needs to get back to a country with a big tournament. Glover Teixeira and Jiri Prochazka will meet in December 2022, while it is not known yet when Amanda Nunes and Charles Oliveira will return. The former lightweight champion has not yet recovered from the defeat to Islam Makhachev, and himself refuses to fight at UFC 283. And Jose Aldo retired. Alex Pereira is perhaps the organisation's only hope. The UFC is great at negotiating with fighters. The champion will be given a lot of money for the fight and percentage of PPV sales. The event is more than 2 months away. Alex did not receive serious injuries in the battle with Adesanya and will have enough time to prepare for the fight. It can be an incredibly beautiful story, the way to the championship fight. The victory in the title fight and the first defence in a year and a half. Pereira is not spoiled for big money and glory and wants to make money. The Brazilian is already 35 years old. It is unlikely that he will fight at such a high level for more than a few years to come. He needs to hit the jackpot while there is still an opportunity, and the UFC may give that chance to Alex, especially since Pereira will hold the cards in Brazil. What could be better? The champion accepts Chimaev's challenge, and this surprised no one. I am ready to fight with any opponent now that I am evolving very quickly. I have a great team with whom we have done a great job, so I'm ready for any challenge, Pereira said. Chimaev is constantly training, so a potential fight in January will suit Khamzat. It is worth noting that for the fight with Pereira, Chimaev will not have to seriously drive weight. Alex is 6 centimeters taller than Chimaev, and his arm span is 12 centimeters longer. After weighing in before the UFC 281 tournament, it was rumoured online that Pereira had put on 12 kilograms. UFC star commentator Joe Rogan appreciated the massive dimensions of Alex Pereira. Did he weigh 100 kilo in combat? I think it's possible. He definitely rises above this mark in the off-season. It's hard for him to fit into the average weight limit, and this is completely bullshit. Basically, it's a legal scam. And there it is. But everyone does it, Rogan said as part of his podcast. Earlier, Australian ex-champion Robert Whittaker spoke about a potential fight with Pereira as well as his size, appreciating his impressive size for the division. I think Pereira is a better match for me than Israel because of his stance, the way he moves and the way he likes to fight. I think that all this gives me an advantage. Did you pick this guy? Why isn't anyone talking about this? The dude is a giant, a real giant. You look at him with Adesanya and he even has bigger features. His legs, arms and forearms are heavy. I just thought, who let him in the cage? Whittaker said at a press conference. So that's all for today. And what do you think about all this? Write your thoughts in the comments. And if you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.